Hey there everybody, welcome back to Normie Garage. It is day after hurricane. Time to clean up the M3. I can't take it anymore. Apparently Michelle can't take it, the Raptor filthiness either anymore. So I'm doing what we can here. Mormon teamwork. I was working on organizing and figuring out exactly what I'm going to do in my home theater. And I'm not going to be able to do what I was planning, so it's sad. But if you watch the, I put a video inside the hex. Instead of putting it behind the paywall, I put it up there for free, so you guys can watch it. Watch our hurricane video. But my M3 is crazy dirty. It's going to get dirty again, but it really just needs a good old-fashioned Matty cleaning. So why not just make a wash and toss? That's what I say. So let's get this sucker cleaned up. I got most of my bugs under control with my solo sprayer that I bought, extension wand, the Telstar that I used to spray the soffits. I also put Telstar on the grass, the granular stuff around the grass, and so we're looking good. Don't be annoying. Michelle's out cleaning the interior of the Raptor. Soon, full Raptor detail coming. Needs to get cleaned up. So if you didn't watch the previous video, I'm washing with a Comet. No DI water, so I don't have any DI. This is my temporary setup till I can get full-on Krenza setup. But good news, my custom black, it's only $400 to do whatever color you want, a custom color. Where's the valve stem? But I'm doing custom black Pro Slat. And they're shipping, I think, this week. It's gonna be awesome. So I should have them next week, maybe late next week. So the big thing before I put the cabinets in, I got to cut the door. This weekend they're doing the air conditioning, putting that up in the attic. We got the attic access done. Get away from my car with that. We got the attic access done, the flooring done in the attic. I got half of my BDI desk. These things are coming together a little bit at a time. I finished the third iteration of the redesign of my kitchen, which I probably won't do till next year. Hopefully my closets will be shipping the next week or so. So I got a lot of projects ahead. I submitted my original design plans for bid to get the design studio started, so I can sign the lease, start promoting that. It's gonna be sick. And I'm getting my M3 clean, so that's great. It's got all kinds of bull crap all over it. Ordered my Viper chair, so I'm waiting on that. But the hurricane experience was what I expected, which was good. No damage, no major problems. No power went out. You know, we have this brand new infrastructure here, so the power never even went out, which is great. You know, we've got new power lines, new power poles, whole new grid. So we had no issues. It was awesome. Really awesome. One of the biggest potential problems here is that we're technically on a floodplain. So like I have FEMA flood insurance. I didn't even know what that was. And, but the villages, the developer killed it. They came, set everything up. They did a great job on the civil engineering, retention areas. And then they drained the retentions prior to the storm. So the retentions never overfilled, like the retention lakes. It's awesome. So we didn't even have a flicker of power. I'd say we probably hit, we may have gotten a gust of 70. If there's a tree down behind us out here, but you know, that can happen in an afternoon thunderstorm, so not a big deal. It was pretty good. They were looking sharp here. I'm really digging it. I'm gonna like it when I get my office set up. Oh, we got the air conditioning fixed. The sweating issue is not going to be solved. Because of how cold and efficient, I was talking to Brian Orr about this, because of how cold and efficient the carrier is, there's not really anything you can do about the sweating of the box. But my entire air handler is going up in the attic, so I won't have to worry about it, because we're going to have a double drain pan that drains outside. So it won't be, I won't have the issues where I have now, where it's sitting on a wooden plank. So that's going to help. I'm using straight brake buster here. I'll show you in a few. I've got my final working prototypes of the finalized version of the press saws. Forget, what do I have on the wheels here? Deluxe and Gliss, I think. It looks dark and dreary on camera because it is pretty dark and dreary. So we'll be doing Swiss tracks here shortly. Trying to wait on the Swiss tracks until the very end. The cabinet, Swiss tracks, the whole nine. It's gonna be awesome. Sitting on a bucket is not that bad. I was gonna say, I didn't remember, did I metal coat these? Yeah, I definitely metal coated them. Nice. All right, got Michelle's floor mats clean. I am weird. Get on spider webs all over this thing. I have a feeling in this neighborhood it's going to take me 10 hours to wash every car that I wash. Not going to know how to put it in reverse. Pull the pin. Just pulling it in the parking lot. I don't know. I said the same thing. Are you going with him to Buddy Jules?
Are we trying to get rid of wasp nests?
Are you going with him to Buddy Jules or no?
I'm getting something.
I was trying so hard to get it before you told me. I'm like, okay, most of them are pushed down. So is there a secret button? Is it pull up? And then you have to stop.
I knew what was happening. I knew it. Look at my tire brush. This tire. Man, it's such an enjoyable experience washing a properly dialed in car. But shoot, I haven't washed this thing in a couple of months. I think the last wash I did was just no touching, just a complete touchless wash. Got a blood leg from the garbage bag. I had taken out the base of the closet upstairs where the air handler was sitting with a mini split since we changed the system. And so there was some metal ductwork in there. I put the garbage bag, and I must have just poked myself when I was putting the garbage out. So I'm doing a walkway here right behind me. So there'll be a sidewalk and a man door so that I can keep the garage conditioned 24/7. You know, a lot of people were asking me about the why I wouldn't insulate between the mudroom and the garage. I said, well, because the garage, well, I already have my firewall, so the mudroom is technically part of the garage anyway. But the garage is going to be air conditioned 99% of the time. When it's not air conditioned, it'll be nice days like today where it's not super hot. It's not hot at all. It's probably like 70 degrees right now. So yeah, the press alls I think are good. Now we just have to get the pricing because they're insanely expensive. It's done. Our labels look really good, so the adhesive is good. And this isn't even a fluorinated bottle, so this one isn't updated. This is just the regular household, not even the industrial sprayer. But the good news is that our label, Bryce has the label adhesive pretty well dialed, and then the fluorinated bottle should help the label stick even better. Should be great news. I do have an ultimate clutch pedal for this car that I want to put on. There's something else for this car inside. Oh, I have a like an billet aluminum hood prop as well, or hood pop thingy to open up the hood. All right, let me put these away. Change the camera angle. We'll do the Bill Hamber. Yeah, I still have my touchless here from the last car. Should be able to roll through this real fast. Quit barking at birds, buddy. Kind of rushing around the car. Looks great. Nice. Remember, with this stuff, the foam doesn't really matter. It's about getting it on the surface. The foam just helps it stick a little bit and maybe dwell a little bit longer before it runs off. Okay, now we can set up our buckets. Oh, Jetta's here! No way! Nice! I thought Jetta wasn't allowed here.
She was like pulling so hard, she heard Chase and she was like...
Let me get his collar before he takes off. The only thing I was worried about was flooding here, because we're, you know, in a floodplain. So when they drained the lakes, I figured we're good to go. Before they drained the lakes, I was like, oh boy, we're gonna be in real trouble.
It says it's a flood, but they explained to me that it's not really because they raised it up. They said when they reevaluate it and assess it, it won't be. And we have it so well irrigated around here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah, and then...
Hills, I have buddies out there, they got hit bad.
Oh yeah.
And my friends are noisy because there's so much water that it's coming through the foundation of the house.
Oh, all that clay.
Water is coming up through the cement because there's so much water, and he said that he has like an inch of water on the ground, and they told him that cement's like a sponge, and there's just so much groundwater that there's no drainage. That it's just
unbelievable.
Coming up. So how do you
Well,
fix that?
because Harbor Hills is all clay.
Yeah.
You know, there's no, so the ground can only seep up so much water for it, you know, before it just starts going somewhere. Yeah.
Spend so much money and just ready to get out of there because this is like the fifth time that happened.
Jeez. Is that Dr. J you talking about? Dr. J's house?
Dr. Knapp, he's the other dermatologist who works with me, but he's
Oh,
like,
I gotcha. Oh, yeah.
I was like, Middleton's, he's like, I'm trusting you after this, I'm thinking that I'm going to be looking at Middleton.
I like it here, man. I'm enjoying it. I mean, it kind of stinks to not have the space, but the simplicity of it, it's just so... You'd have to build another house, but, you know, if you're going to stay here.
We came down here today because it's basically like being like normal life. And I mean, up there we have the generator, but I'm like, why would we run it when we can come here and...
Yeah, we never even had the lights flicker.
Yeah.
It was awesome, yeah.
Ours went out last night, like 10:30.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure that the darn, all those old telephone poles going out Griffin, you know.
Yeah, when I drove it this morning, there were trees down, there were power lines down.
Yep.
So many trees on that road.
The interesting thing, I haven't seen much from Tampa, but like the storm surge never came, right? I mean, so you don't see anything about it because they don't want to tell you that they're wrong, dead wrong, you know? So I'm like, are they going to show us Tampa? Because I'm assuming Tampa's gone.
They show,
you know,
they show a few regions that flooded that they didn't think would flood. They're not showing the main Tampa that they thought was going to get.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is great. All my buddies in Tampa, I'm like, all right, guys, where's the footage? Are you guys like alive? And not, you know, because I don't think they got much at all. I mean, the biggest winds they've said were like 100 in like 2 spots.
Yeah, I keep seeing footage of tornadoes that were like.
Right, where it messed up roofs and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but hey, it's good. I thought we were about to get leveled. This is the first time I was actually thinking, because normally it's a bunch of nonsense. I'm like, we might get whacked here. I'm just glad that if all I got is this, well, technically I still own the house in Lady Lake, so I'm like, I don't want that house to get leveled yet. I need to get. Yeah. Well, and there's no that neighborhood doesn't flood, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got, probably 7-8 inches of rain, and they drained this pond, and now it's back to normal, and so I was playing, and I'm like, well, if it starts to flood here, I'll go park my 2 cars on the bridge. I don't care. I'll just block the bridge. I'll put my GT3 on the bridge. Oh, yeah. And then, because everyone will understand if I park my GT3 there, and then I'll just try to get everything in the bonus room. That was my plan. Yeah. But then we didn't even get it didn't even clog up the drains.
No, well, Melissa, we stayed at the Darlington because she was worried about the wind. She's like, I don't know how these walls seem so thin. She just,
yeah.
That's like a fortress up there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. 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 It usually doesn't for us, in Central Florida. I've been here for 20-something years, We had Charlie and the year we had 3. See, I put my wall in.
Yeah, looks good.
I'm about to put my Pro Slack gets here to cover up the walls, and my cabinets get here next week. All right, back to it. Gotta get the foam on here. So this is metered. So I actually have the pink nozzle on here, which is the one that's using the least amount of soap, and I'm getting good foam. So I didn't dilute the GSF. It's just in here straight out of the bottle. Telling you, this is gonna be a lot of fun in this neighborhood. I'm never gonna be able to wash a whole car. It's gonna be great. Okay, got that done. I guess I'll probably pull it in, turn the air conditioning on, and dry it, because although this time of year the bugs aren't as bad, there's just that one short period when I first moved in where the blind mosquitoes destroy everything. So yeah, I'm totally a metered tip convert now. I should have done that a long darn time ago. So let's take our buckets. We'll set our buckets up over here. I already put some GSF in there off camera when I was talking to Dr. Marcus. I filled these up. So what I do is I just kink the inlet hose. Since I don't have a bucket filler, I just kink that hose and then detach it from the pressure washer and then fill it up. Yeah, this is the part where I really want a bucket filler. Okay, I need to get a wash pad. Grab a deli pad. My mudroom garage setup here is awesome. It's gonna be really great. So I can use a deli pad because I got a bunch of drywall dust and sawdust all over this thing, although most of that's probably off now after the built hammer step. Surprising after this hurricane. Normally after the hurricane rolls through, it's all beautiful as it pulls all the moisture out, but today is real dreary looking. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm probably going to have to start washing, and especially as I meet more people, I'm probably going to have to start washing with the door shut, or else we're never going to get the cars washed. I'll have to make sure that I'm washing with DI water exclusively, because there'll be times where the car's sitting here drying off while I'm chatting. It's fun though. Go. So we have tons of touchless in stock, traceless. We sold out. I think we might have 5 liters. And I'm telling you, it's good enough to just buy the darn 5 liters. You won't be disappointed. We're finding out what you can and can't use it on, you know, what its limitations are. But I know that a lot of wives have just stolen it from their husbands, so you might as well buy her one too while you're ordering, because she's going to steal it from you if you show her how awesome it is. You use it on a bunch of different surfaces. My plan is to figure out what I really like using it on most in the house, and then with the Obsessed Home concept, take it, rebottle it for people that aren't into cars and car washing, and make a specific home care bottle for it. We're probably, you know, a month out from having this garage dialed, at least most of it. Okay. Get this going. I feel much better. My M3's clean. This week I hope to get the RS clean as well this weekend. Although my problem, next week I'm going to Rytech. So yeah, but I have the whole weekend. It's Thursday. Friday, on Tuesdays and Fridays I go up to HQ, spend the day. And then I've been creating videos and working on stuff down here. The other days of the week, we'll see how that schedule goes. I have a driver that's taking me down back and forth. So I'll go to the gym with Michelle in the morning, and then I'll come back here, shower, leave here at 10:30, get to HQ by 11. Spend HQ till 7, so that way I get some time with everybody, but then I also have some time by myself there, which I like. And so again, I'm doing that on Tuesdays and Fridays for now. See how it goes. But next week we were supposed to be going up to a customer's house, shooting a video up there. But, you know, the storm kind of messed that up. So we rescheduled that to November when it lined up with all of us. Kind of don't mind just leaving the buckets right there, and I work around the car. So what I'll do, now it's kind of funny to me, freaking people out. We're working in the garage, just leave my cars inside. But what I'll do is I'll just, even though it might get rained on or whatever, when we're cutting stuff and doing stuff in the garage, I'll make sure to pull the cars out. Pumped to get my air handler up in the attic. So my original plan that I had for my home theater is going to change quite a bit. I have to turn it sideways. It just doesn't work long ways. You guys missed Jetta. Jetta came and saw a chase. You missed Jetta.
Oh, did you guys chase?
Yeah.
Did they go crazy?
That's why I was looking for his collar, because he didn't take off.
Matt, look, the only thing that happened to our house is that light's a little tilty.
All right, I think we're ready to rinse.
They came by to say hi.
Yeah, it's gonna take me 3 hours to wash my car every time because there's always something going on. I'm gonna have to make sure I get my DI system here because the car's gonna be drying off sometimes. Oh, you guys went to Publix too? Did they have gas? Oh, they weren't open? Oh, crap. Alright. Rinse this puppy off. So again, I don't have any DI water here. Let's take the ND filter off here. It's getting dark. I started this at 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh man, I'll get this done. No big deal. Well, taking a little longer than I thought. Carbon ceramic, so I don't have to worry about spraying any Atomac on there. Oh, the truck got cleaned off pretty well in the storm. That's a little bit of a silver lining. It was covered in like sand and dirt. Okay, that's good. turn this off. Turn my water off here. I do need to put my my magnet holder for my Mosmatic here at some point. So I can unplug this guy, tuck the power cord up. So see, I got my bike set up. So these bikes I put down low. The golf cart is gonna be parked here. You know, again, my plan is not to keep all my cars here. The plan is to keep one car here and Michelle's car. So 2 cars plus a golf cart in the future. So I tucked these up as close to the wall as I can get them. These bikes. But then my bikes over on the side, I've got those put up much, much higher. But I wanted to make sure the family could get the family bikes off easier. So then I take this hose, I stick it back there once I wind up the other hose. Get this all dialed. I normally have a towel, but for some reason I didn't grab one, so I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way. Let's wind that up, tuck that in, take this, put that right there. I'm telling you, even if I had to deal with this permanently forever, that's magical. It's a great experience. Alrighty, let's blow this thing off. Get this thing done. 9 hours later. Drying aid. Get this puppy dialed in. Oh, I want to turn the air conditioning on. It's actually not bad in here though. Got a giant hole cut in the ceiling for the attic stairs that you see over here on the right. I don't know if you can see it or not. The problem is that the trusses are 21.5 inches apart. I don't want to cut them if I don't have to. And I can't fit any sort of motorized stairs, and there's not enough room to fit magic stairs anyway. So I'm just not going to do it. We could modify it and make it work, I'm sure, but I don't want to. So we're going to just put in some basic stairs. I'm not going to have a lot of stuff up there anyway because I'm going to have ample storage down here in the 2 closets that we're building in the mudroom area. It's going to be great. I'm telling you, this house is going to be really nice when I'm done. Although I don't think many of you doubted me on that one. Nice to get all the spider webs off this puppy. So let's see, in here I'm doing Swiss tracks, slate gray, but I'm gonna get wild and crazy on you. I'm gonna do a white border instead of a black border. But I'm pumped. I'm going to Rytech, and then not next week, but the following week, Wolf Sub-Zero Cove is coming to visit. They're coming to visit me, and I'm going to pitch them on allowing me to become the Wolf Sub-Zero dealer here locally in the villages. That would be insane. So next week, Friday, from 6 to 7:30 Eastern, we're going to do an audio sale. So if you're in the market for a garage audio system, with the new nodes coming out, I'm changing the audio offering. It gets a lot simpler. We don't need a bunch of the components that I've been using on our garage audio systems. And then I find myself, if I'm going to spec out a system for myself or for garage design, there's certain systems that I put together every single time. And so I've realized, audio is tough for me because I want to have it all. I want to have it all in the store, but we're not retailers, we're curators. So I gotta stick to the plan, which is to make things simple for you and say, look, this is what you need to get. Not give you too many choices, because then that just confuses everybody. And it makes it harder for me to keep it in stock. And so this is a win for everybody by keeping the right stuff in stock, since we're only selling what I'm suggesting anyway. I'm telling you, that's one of the hardest things to do, is to not want to carry everything. And stick to the thesis. Because we're inside in the air conditioning, the wind isn't blowing, I can do a large section like this. A drying aid doesn't smear, so it's pretty easy to work with. Even if you're doing a large area like I just did there, you can get it to flash, go away. So I've been thinking a lot about lightening up my load of things, right? You've seen me kind of ratchet back some stuff. And I've been thinking about selling. I thought about selling Helen. I thought about selling this car. I thought about selling the GT3. And then I sat down the other day and asked myself, well, if I had all that money, what would I do with it? I would want to buy this car, right? So, especially if I get back on the road at some point here, I'm going to want an E92. I'm going to want a GT3 RS. And I just decided to just stop putting pressure on the whole thing. You know what? Even if my GT3 sits there and I drive it to and from the school up the street once a week, and I get to piddle with it and play with it and wash it, I mean, it's still fun to me. So if I take the pressure off of, man, I need to get to the mountains, I need to go drive this thing everywhere, all over, it'll get me back to driving it faster than the pressure I tend to put on myself. So that's my current theme. Remember, this whole car has PPF on it. But just because your car is PPF, if you want the PPF to look good, you got to treat it just like paint. If not, be a little bit more gentle with it. Otherwise, it's going to look jacked up, which doesn't do you any good. I'm telling you, man, the design studio is going to be freaking cool. Can't wait to do it. But it's going to be more fun to do it. Part of the reason why I'm cruising through getting this house set up, it'll be more fun if I'm living in a dialed-in house that I enjoy being in. But I'm telling you, I am having so much fun right now with everything I'm doing. Doing a lot of deals, a lot of deal making with different brands, vendors. Doing a lot of research on the current product mix that I'm selling, which is a lot of fun. And then building out this house, my office, the home theater, all the different ideas of setting up the kitchen with some great appliances. It's all a lot of fun. Oh shoot, I must not have... I did blow off that wheel. It's probably just from driving in here. I really need a Viper chair. I feel good I got the bugs finally under control here. I'm telling you, Terminex, all these companies, it's a bunch of freaking nonsense. They don't do squat. Just get the stuff from Amazon, you know. I don't like doing my own grass, taking care of my own pests or any of that crap, but they just don't know how to do it. They're just charging you, creating an annuity for themselves and doing nothing. I'm happy to pay the annuity if they would just freaking do what they say they're gonna do, which they don't. They don't know how. It's freaking dumb. Okay, so I think that's a wrap. M3's looking great. I'll wipe the door jambs out. Hopefully next time I'll be alone. I'll have a little more time to talk with you. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.